In this video, I am going to show you how to do a nesting set with two colors. So this is very similar to the other tutorial that I have showing you how to make a crochet basket using 9mm jumbo braided macrame cord, but I'm going to show you how to easily add a second color. So this kit that I have will come with 3 bases, 6, 8, and 10 inches. So once I attach it to the base, I counted that as round 1, and then for the sides, I went up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the 10-inch will have a total of 7 rounds. The 8-inch, this is attaching it to the base, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then for the 6-inch, attached it to the base, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6, and 7 rounds. And that will allow the baskets to be the exact same size as mine. Now you can go ahead and mix and match your colors. You can change colors every round. You can do 3 and 3. You can do 1 and 2. That part does not matter. My kit comes with 2 full rolls of the 2 colors that you choose. For my tutorial, I'm going to use a 6-inch base, and I'm going to see if the leftover cord from my other 3 baskets will be enough. I think it will be. I'm going to start with coffee, and then I'll add in the black. So go ahead and pull some of your cord out to get started. Now I like to take my tail and just kind of hang it over the base like this. And I am right-handed, so I like to make sure that the tail stays on the right. So if you're left-handed, you're going to just do the same thing but with the opposite hands. And then your tail would be on the left. So place your hook in any hole. And I am going to just kind of smush that into the hook and then pull it through. Like this. Okay, once I am here, I am going to yarn over. So my working cord, not my tail, I'm going to place it over my hook and then pull it through. That is also like a chain 1. So this is what it should look like. Now we are going to add single crochets all the way around the base. So I'm just going to rest the cord over my finger like this, and then I'm going to take my hook, go straight into the next hole. So I do notice in classes that I do, sometimes people struggle getting the cord through the hole. That is because you turn the hook. You don't want to do that. You just want to go directly in. Again, place your cord just over your hook like this, and then pull straight. And as you pull, you can wiggle your hook a little bit and it'll just come right through. And then I'm going to pull up like this, and I have 2 on my hook. And I try to keep my tension even, so just like this. Once you have 2 on your hook, you are going to again yarn over. You'll have 3 on your hook. Pull that 3rd one through the first 2, like that. Okay, again, go straight into the next hole. Pull up a loop. Bring that tension up, yarn over, and pull through both. Into the next one, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both. So I am going to continue this until I get to the last hole and show you how we close with the tail. Okay, I am at the last hole, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up a loop like I've been. But now instead of yarning over with my cord like this, I'm going to drop my cord and grab the tail, which is here, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through both, and then continue to pull through. So it should look like this. Then just pull this to adjust your tension. So all of the single crochets we just did create these little V's on the side. So I am going to take my hook from this direction and place it directly underneath these 2 loops. And then I'm going to grab the tail and pull it through to the inside, like that. So we just made the bottom part of the V. Now we're going to turn our work, and then we have to do the other half of that V. So I'm going to go underneath these 2 with my hook. So grab that tail and pull it through. Now I'm going to adjust my tension so that it looks very close to all of the other single crochets. And I think that looks good like that. Before I continue, what I'm going to do is just take this right here, pull this down, and then I'm just going to cut out this centerpiece. You don't have to do that. I just like to reduce the bulkiness. I think that it helps. So then just pull it back up like this. And I'm going to show you how to weave in the tail as you go. So I am going to be placing my hook underneath these 2 stitches all the way around the base. So make sure that you are not going under this one here. It's just going to be these top 2 loops. So there's the first one. It goes right where the tail is coming out of. Now I'm going to just place the yarn over my hook and pull up a loop. So it helps if you turn your hook, pull up a loop like this. And again, try to keep in mind that you want an even tension. So just kind of pull this up and then yarn over and pull through. And that is going to be the first stitch for the next round. So again, I'm going directly into these next 2 right here. So I'm going to place my hook under those 2, again, leaving off that 3rd one. And then all you need to do is just get your tail and lay it over your hook. So we're just laying it over our hook. We're not pulling it through or anything, just leave it there. Take your cord, place that over your hook. And then again, you're going to turn your hook and pull up a loop. So you'll have 2 on your hook, yarn over, and pull through both. So we're basically repeating what we just did through the holes, but we're doing it in these 2 loops. And we're going to do that all the way around. So we're adding another round of single crochets. So again, into the next 2. That tail is already in place, so I'm just going to leave it there. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both. And to the next 2. The tail's there. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both. And this is what I'm going to repeat for this entire round. So directly under these 2. And then that will be the last one for the tail. So I'm going to do this all the way around until I get to this last one. I will place it in this last one, but I'll show you how to do it, and then I'll show you how to do the invisible join. Okay, I'm here in the last spot, so I am going under those 2 loops. Go ahead and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both. Okay, so now to do the invisible join, we are going to just pull up a loop like this. So now we are not doing single crochets anymore. We will be doing waistcoat stitches, which is basically a single crochet, but it's going to be going through these V's. So the V is formed right where the 2 stitches connect, right here on top, right below it. Also, if you really look, you can see there's an inside one right here. That's those 2 posts here on the back. So every single crochet created this top loop here and these 2 posts. So our hook is going to go directly there in between them. And then you're going to make sure that you split those posts in the back and that your hook is right in this position. So it's going to be under that loop and through the 2 posts. So the invisible join is here. So we are going to be placing another stitch right here. So the V that we're going to go in is going to be here for the first one. But I wanted to show you where it was first. So we're going to take our hook, place it under this top stitch here. So not the one that leans a little bit, just that top one right there. Pull this loop through to the inside. So it should look like this. Now, you are going to place your hook. Either remember it's going to be down and to the right, or just remember it's where we crossed over. It's right below it. So push it through. As you can see here, I split the posts. I have a loop. That's exactly where I want it to be. So I'm going to now pull up a loop by just hooking that cord on and then just pulling a loop to the front. So now we have 2 loops like this. You're going to take your hook and go right back into that original one. I'm going to pull this down a little bit just to even out my tension, and then place your yarn over your hook, so there's 3. But then turn your hook like this and pull that one through these 2, like that. And now we're ready for the next round. So we have 1, 2. So technically, we're starting round 3. The second round for the side, but the third round for the basket. So I am going to go again directly into the V, and I can see it right here. It's really easy to see when you're using jumbo cord. So right there. And if you're new, make sure you're checking that you're splitting the posts. I know that I am because I can feel that it is. So now I'm going to pull up a loop, 2 on my hook, yarn over, and pull through both. So it's the same thing we were doing, just you're going through the V, but you're still just going to pull up a loop, 2 on your hook, yarn over, pull through both, and then just go directly into the next one. And this is what you do for the entire round. Okay, I am at my last stitch for the round. I'm going to go right here into this V. And now it is time to do the invisible join again. So I'm going to pull a loop. My hook is going to go right here. And then pull that loop. And then again down to the right, or if you just remember, it's where we crossed over. So just push through and then go ahead and pull up a loop. Go back through. And then I'm just going to yarn over and pull through both. And these kind of open a little bit. I just go like this to close them back up. Now this is going to be my final round using the coffee color, and then I'm going to switch to the black, and then the basket will be done. So now I am going to just continue one more round the exact same way, so just go straight into the next V. So because I am going to make this my final round with this color, I'm going to finish it just a little bit different. It's going to be closer to how we finished around the base. Okay, last stitch for this round. Now, because I'm done, I am going to go ahead and cut a tail. It's about this long. You don't want it to be too short. I'm going to go ahead and pull the tail out like this. So this is kind of what we did around the base. Now I need to do that invisible join, so we need to make this loop here. So put your hook here and then pull the tail through to the inside. Okay, there's the first half. Now I'm going to turn it and place my hook under these 2 loops. And then grab that tail and pull it to the inside. And then I'm just going to adjust this to make it look the same. Okay, so now I am going to trim this. It's a little too long. And then take the inside out just like before, because I want to make it thinner so it's not bulky. I'm not going to weave it in with a needle or anything. I'm going to weave it in now as I go around with the black. Okay, so my tail is coming out of this one here. So I'm actually going to push through that V. Make sure you split the post, which I did. And then put the black in the basket like this. Leave yourself a tail that's probably 6 to 8 inches. And then go ahead and pull up a loop right through that V. And then this is just a chain 1 or yarn over and pull through. And I'm going to just adjust my tension a little bit. Okay, so now I got the old tail here, and I'm going to weave that in as I go. So all you need to do is just go into the very next stitch. Again, you're splitting the V, same thing we've been doing, but I'm going to make sure that I'm holding the old tail down so that when I pull up a loop, it's already underneath it. So I'm just going to pull up that loop, yarn over, and pull through both. So again, go into the next V. My tail is here. All I'm doing is holding it with my hand like this, and then pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both. Okay, I'm going to just come to the end and show you how to finish it. When you get to the last stitch, we are going to repeat what we did at the base when we first started. You're going to just insert and pull up a loop. Then you're going to switch to the tail, yarn over and pull it through both, and then just pull it all the way out. And then just like this previous round, place your hook here under that first stitch, and then go ahead and pull that loop to the inside. Turn your work around, goes underneath these two loops here. Grab that tail and pull it towards the inside. Okay, so now I am done with the basket. So I'm going to just trim this, make my adjustments here so that my tension is good and even. Then go ahead and pull the inside out of both of these. And then I'm going to show you how I like to weave in the ends. Okay, so I know it's kind of hard to see because I'm using black, but I do have another tutorial with the same basket using one color if you can't see this good. So you have two tails to weave in. So I like to use a smaller crochet hook. This is like a size 6. I'm just going to go underneath these loops here and then grab onto the tail and then just pull it through. And then just keep repeating this. I like to just do it a few times, at least 2 or 3 times, going underneath 2. So I've already gone under 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll do it a few more, and then I'll go this way doing the same thing. Okay, and that is it. This is the 6-inch base. Again, I did a total of 5 rounds, 4 on the side. So when you're doing the 10-inch base, you're going to do 7 full rounds, and then 6 for the 8-inch, and then again the 5. There is a nesting kit available on my site. I will link everything below. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching.